Hello, Adrian Thomas here with WizKids Tech. Today I'm going to spend a few minutes to walk through a couple items within Outlook 2016. These items are going to be covering the Quick Access Toolbar, how to recall an email sent within the organization, calendar sharing, sharing my calendar with other colleagues within my organization, as well as requesting access to others. So let's jump right in. And again, this is recorded, obviously, so you can pause, rewind, and fast forward. I know in the past we're doing live events, but this hopefully is a bit more convenient for the team and learn it at your own pace. So let's jump right in. Right now, we're looking at Outlook, the application in the Mail tab, and my inbox, folder pane, inbox, and reading pane. So what we're going to do is go up to the top of the screen, this blue bar at the very top. This is your quick access toolbar. You can see I've loaded a few icons up here already. I have a rule shortcut, a view shortcut, as well as some additional view shortcuts, working offline shortcut, calendar, and alerting shortcut. Um, the, the real benefit to the quick access toolbar is key features that you might use that are often tucked away in other tabs, perhaps. These could be ribbon tabs as I'm paging through. Um, let's just land on send and receive here. So um, work offline, for example, if, for example, I wanted to disconnect from the server, work offline, or maybe I'm in a meeting in my office with some patients, with some clients, and I don't want to be I want to have my computer on and up, but I don't want the notifications to come through. I can just simply toggle work offline, and that's going to prevent any of those. It's kind of like do not disturb, if you will. Once you turn it back on, you're going to receive those mail that were be sent to you while in do not disturb, work offline. It's important if you do choose that as a setting to remember to turn it back on. Might be wondering why I'm not receiving any mail messages. You might be work offline setting is on. So to add or remove, let's go back up to our quick access toolbar. Simply right click and you get a drop down, remove from quick access toolbar, and it's now gone. To add to the quick access toolbar, just go to the features in your tool ribbon here, work offline, right click, add to quick access toolbar, and it's right back there. Pretty straightforward. That's your quick access toolbar. Alright, the next item I want to cover is recalling email messages. So this is when you have sent an email out to colleagues within your organization, and perhaps there was some grammar mistakes. Maybe you mentioned attaching a document and you realize that document wasn't attached. So you want to recall that message, either recall it, delete it, or recall it, amend it, and send the amended version rather than the initial version. So let me show you how we're going to achieve that. A couple things to note. This only works when sending to others within your own organization. If you try to send it out to external people, patients, people outside of your company, you will not be able to recall that email message. Uh, Second caveat to that, if the recipient opens the piece of mail, you will not be able to recover it either. So it has to be unopened by the time you recall the message, and it does take a minute to actually recall the message and receive confirmation that the message has been recalled. So we're going to open draft a new mail message, and the shortcut for that again, Control Shift M. Control Shift M, send to myself for sake of demonstration, and test recalling email test. And the shortcut for sending a message, again, that's Alt S, and just sends that off. So it's here in my mailbox. I see it. I have not opened it. If I were to open it and then attempt to recall it, I would get a fail message. So to recall it, I just sent the mail. I say, oh shucks, I meant to attach that attachment. So I'm going to go to sent items, find that piece of mail that I just sent, double click it so it pops up in another window. I'm in the message tab. Go to the far right over here in the toolbar, actions, and I get a drop down option. One of these options is to recall this message. I'm going to hit recall message. Now I have some options here. Are you sure you want to delete unread copies of this message? For this example, yes. You also have the option to delete unread copies and replace with a new message. So let's stay on delete unread copies. Also, I'm going to check this box or make sure it's checked. It's checked by default. Tell me if recall succeeds or fails for each recipient. Select OK. And it lets me know you tried to recall this message on Thursday, June 28th. Time and date. And just close out of that. Again, so I drafted a new mail message, sent it to someone in my organization, wanted to recall it, so I went down to my sent folder, double click the piece of mail that I want to recall in the messages tab, scroll all the way to the right, actions, so message, actions, recall this message, OK. Check your settings, and OK. So let's go back to the inbox. So the initial piece of mail with the subject line test recalling message is no longer there. I do have this piece of mail. Let's open it up. Your message to Adrian Thomas, subject test recalling email sent just a minute ago was recalled successfully. So this was a confirmation that I had checked in my settings. I wanted that confirmation email because I want to know if it was successfully recalled or if it failed. That is recalling email. Um, Pretty straightforward. Just walk through with you again. New mail message. You draft a message, send it. Has to be someone within your organization. Go down to sent items. Find the piece of mail. Double click. Make sure you're in the message tab. Go all the way to the right or mid right section here under actions. Recall this message. Delete unread copies of the message. And tell me if this is successful or fails upon for each recipient. Okay, and I'm going to X out to that. And you should receive your confirmation email like so. Next, I'm going to get into calendar sharing. So for calendar, hotkey for that, Control 2. That's your key command, jumps through the navigation pane down at the bottom left of your screen. So I was in mail, I just hit Control 2 to jump over to my calendar. And to share a calendar, let's go back up to the Home tab in your tool ribbon. Right here is Share Calendar. Share this calendar with other people. Hit Share. So just enter the email address that you wish to send this calendar invite to. Then you have a couple options. So your subject line, pretty straightforward, that loaded by default. Then you can request permission to view your recipient's calendar. Allow recipient to view your calendar, availability only, limited details, or full complete details. And pretty straightforward, just send it to your recipient. So we covered quite a bit today. Quick access toolbar, how to recall email sent, as well as calendar sharing. Thanks for your time, and always a pleasure. Thanks, Adrian with WizKids, and take care.